Classical Vedic astrologers believed that every person is born with a specific professional purpose, encoded in the chart at the exact moment of birth. But identifying that purpose required passing through 6 distinct layers of analysis, 6 filters, each looking at career from a different angle. Veda Lumina runs all 6 simultaneously on any chart. Let's watch what it finds.
The first question Vedic astrology asks about career is not what will you do, it's what kind of mind do you have. The 5th house governs your intelligence and creativity. The 10th house governs your public work and status. The planets spread across these 2 houses reveal whether your strongest abilities are technical, systematic, analytical, or people-centered, persuasive, advisory, creative. This chart shows a rare balance between both. But the Amartya Karaka, the career minister planet in Jaimini astrology, refines that balance into a specific direction. The gift for counsel, for guidance, for navigating complex problems on behalf of others. Consulting, education, advisory. Most people look at a debilitated planet in the 10th house and assume it's bad news for career. But Vedic astrology has a concept that flips this entirely. Nicha Bhanga Raja Yoga, the cancellation of debility, which transforms an apparent weakness into a vehicle for exceptional rise. The condition? The debilitated planet must receive a benefic aspect. Here, Venus in Virgo is debilitated. But Jupiter's full aspect from Pisces cancels that debility. What initially looks like friction becomes the very thing that builds extraordinary resilience. The obstacles this person encounters in career don't stop them. They become the training ground. One of the most common mistakes in astrology is reading the chart from only one reference point, the ascendant. But Vedic tradition recognized that the ascendant is just one lens. The Sudarshan Chakra asks the same career question from 3 reference points simultaneously: the ascendant, the moon, and the sun. If all 3 agree on a planet, that's not a coincidence. That's convergence. In this chart, Jupiter emerges as the dominant career significator from all 3 lagnas. 3 independent frames of reference, 1 answer. When Veda's engine confirms this, it's telling us that Jupiter's domain, wisdom, guidance, law, finance, is this person's vocational core, not just one option among many. Think of the D10 Dasamsha as a dedicated career X-ray, a divisional chart that Vedic astrology computes specifically to examine professional life in isolation from everything else. It has its own ascendant, its own planetary positions. When Jupiter occupies the 10th house of the D10 chart, this is the Varga level confirmation of sustained professional prestige. Not a transit, not a temporary dasha phase, a structural indicator embedded in the natal blueprint itself. D1 made the diagnosis. D10 just confirmed it from a different angle entirely. 5 layers have now examined this chart, and every single one points toward the same professional destiny. But there's still the most practical question. When? Veda runs 2 independent timing systems simultaneously, Vimshottari Dasha and Jaimini Chara Dasha. Each has its own mathematical logic, its own rules. When both systems land on the same time window, it's like 2 clocks striking 12 at the same moment. Not just a prediction, a convergence. August 2028 through July 2029. Vimshottari's Mars-Rahu period fires the entrepreneurial axis through the 3rd house. At the same time, Jaimini's Libra Mahadasha activates the 11th house of gains, while the Aquarius Antardasha, the sign where your Rahu and Saturn sit together, doubles down on that same entrepreneurial, unconventional career axis. Two independent systems, same sign, same window. That is the dual lock. Career tells you where your professional energy goes. Wealth is a different question entirely. It asks where your money comes from, where it leaks, and what kind of asset accumulation your chart is actually built for. This chart's wealth potential index is 88 out of 100. But more important than the number is the archetype, self-earned accumulator. This person's wealth does not come from inheritance, windfalls, or speculation. It comes from their own compounding effort over time. Jupiter governs the 11th house of income, and a Dhan Yoga, a classical wealth combination, is active. Taurus Indu Lagna provides the most stable possible foundation for long-term asset holding. But the chart also carries a clear warning. Rahu's influence on the wealth axis is a flag. Rahu always creates the illusion of a shortcut. Crypto, derivatives, speculative plays, this chart is not built for those. In the 2028 to 29 window, when career peaks, the wealth strategy should match the chart. Real estate and equity. Steady, compounding, earned. Six layers of Vedic analysis. One chart. One coherent picture of professional purpose and financial architecture. This depth of reading was once only available to those who had access to an expert astrologer. Try it free on Veda Lumina. Run your own chart through the same 6 layers and see what it finds.